Well, good day to you. This is Chuck Cameron. I'm sitting at Oakland Corners Real Estate Company with Holly and Sarah, and they just made me a nice cup of coffee. Very kind people. And we're here today in part because you folks are part of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, and you have a good business in town, and we want to make sure that businesses have a chance to promote what they do. So could you start with us and tell us, Sarah, what it is that you do here? What do you folks accomplish? What services do you offer as Oakland Corners Real Estate?
So we offer real estate with every aspect of it, from residential, leasing, commercial, and then we also have M24 Title, which is will be a company that people could go to help close the transaction and make sure all the title work is good to go.
Excellent.
And they can close right here.
Right here. That's a nice place. All right. So why would people want to come here rather than go to one of the other real estate companies? There are several around. Why would they want to come here?
Well, because we are honest, we're hardworking, we really do work for the client's goals, and we also try and think outside of the box to give them other opportunities and options. So we're always looking for a wide span of options for our clients.
How's the real estate market today? Some people get concerned that maybe this isn't a good time to sell or buy, or tell us what your experiences are in the real estate world up here now.
Well, I would say it's a good time to buy. It's better to get in and get positioned now, especially if the right house becomes available. Definitely secure the home and then refinance later. Everyone's real concerned about the interest rates right now, or is the market up? Is it going to fall? That's always a crapshoot. But for the most part, the market's good. It's stable, and it's a good time to buy. I mean, if you can get in and get it, you can always save yourself money later after you've secured the home.
So our home sales in, we'll say, northern Oakland County up here, are home sales doing well, or is it slow? How do you see the general feeling about selling houses these days?
So I looked at Oakland County or Oxford Township and Oxford Village. So we're seeing December is always the longest time on the market. So we're seeing over 75 days is the average, but then it's dropping to, and prior to December, it's all 30 days or less.
Really?
So things are still flying off the market. It's still a seller's market. There's not enough inventory. I mean, there's under 75 homes available on average, and it's lower, outside of December. So things are still going for sellers. Buyers are having to just be patient and find the right house. If they would like to update homes, they have a better chance of getting something that stayed on the market a little longer. But if it's updated and priced to sell, it's still multiple offers.
Got it. So it's a competitive world now.
It is. It definitely.
Well, I guess if I'm selling, that's good news for me, right?
Yes.
All right. So you think that this is a good time for sellers, maybe a bit more challenging for buyers to find the right place and not have to be in some bidding war.
Yes.
Got it.
Definitely.
All right. So a personal question. Why are you involved in the real estate world? This is a very specific world, demanding world. What got you here, and why are you still here?
Well, I come from a world of education, and I found out I could retire early. So I decided to pick up a hobby and fell in love with it. And things went really good. And it's like Holly said, we care about our clients. We have so much respect for them and want to help them make their dreams come true. And I have a counseling background. So, and Holly should have gone into counseling because she's really good at it. But it is just being there to listen to them. Every transaction, we want it to go in a straight line from, start to finish, but a lot of times there's different variables that force it, and it's most of it is, beyond our control. And it's being there for them through the whole process, and just being a lending hand, and letting them know that it's going to be okay. We're going to get there. So, but that's really why, and I love it. And most of our clients are either referrals or repeat clients. They come back to us,
That says a
which
lot.
speaks volumes.
How long have you been at this?
So this is, I think, 7.5 years for me.
That's long enough to prove to yourself that either it works or I'm crazy.
Yes, yes. And Holly's been doing it for a lot longer.
All right, we'll shift over here to Holly. Holly, how did you get involved in the businesses, I guess, plural, that you're involved in today?
So I started off, I worked in the title industry and the for sale by owner boom back in 95. So from there, I decided I was giving them all this information I needed to learn about it and know I was actually saying the proper terminology and telling them the right things. So, yeah, back in 96, I did get my real estate license. And then in 2012, I shifted and went full-time real estate. So it's been great. I love working with the clients, help being a problem solver, and just really being the resource that they're looking for and what people need. We refer out to many providers in the community, flooring and roofing and handymen and contractors, all of that. I don't know. So yeah, I know we just like to be to help give options.
Sounds like you're in the middle of a lot of people's needs and helping meet them in different ways.
Yes, it's rewarding.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you folks are members of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce. We're pretty much fans of the Oxford Chamber. And why are you a member? What does that service bring to you? And what do you bring to the chamber and the community?
So I signed up to be an ambassador. We just love to be a part of the community. We love to get involved. We have gotten so many resources through the Coffee Connects, the mixers, just meeting with different people, from HVAC to, like Holly said, some flooring. We've got insurance, multiple options. So it allows us to gather more contacts for our clients. And we like to get involved in the events. So
There's a lot of fun out here, isn't there?
yes, we are rocking down here when there's all the community events. It's very important to meet people, and they come back every year and know what to expect. Fun.
They do. So what else do we need to say? Is there anything else that I haven't covered that you would like to tell about what your organization provides or why you're in Oxford? Maybe that's a good question. Why are you here in Oxford?
Well, when we first opened Oakland Corners, we were looking to be somewhere in the northern Oakland area. So between Lake Orion and Oxford is where all of our people are from. And like our kids went to school here, right? We work here. We love it. So we, over spring break, came across this location and we fell in love with it right away. And then from there, we got to meet all the people with the chamber and the DDA and all the other business owners. And it's really, everyone's so welcoming. And we've really just melded right into what they already had in place. So, yeah, we love being on the main street here in Oxford. So,
Well, you've got a great spot here. I love it. The operation is great. The way that you've decorated this is lovely, but it's a great spot just to be walkable to anywhere.
yes, it is. You're right. We like to say, come work at home with us, right? Like, because it's real warm and cozy here. So,
Well, ladies, I appreciate your time. Thank you for all the support you give to the community. I'm sure that if people were looking for counsel about buying houses or selling houses, they would they would want to contact you. What if they didn't have a house to buy or sell? What if they just wanted to talk about, is this a good community to live in? Can you give counsel without necessarily having to buy or sell a house for them?
Yes, definitely. Just because we both are from the area, so we know it. We know about the schools, we know about the community, we know, the DDA, the obviously the chamber. We have things to offer them because we're from around this area.
It's really good to have a plan in place as well, instead of just jumping in and say, I'm going to buy a house today, right? It's better to say 6 months ahead of time, what do I need in order to buy a house? So that way we could say, well, how much of a house do you want? And here, let's give you some option of lenders and, that type of deal. So, I mean, it's better to have the plan. We're always good. If it's not today, we'll get you there, right? We have the resources available that can help them achieve home ownership. So,
Sounds like you're not in a hurry.
well, we're always in a hurry. It's always like especially with our business, because if a house goes up and it's the right house, we're in a hurry. You got to see it today or tomorrow, or it's gone, right? Like, so, yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Lovely place. You should stop by and see Oakland Corners Realty. Thank you, ladies, for your time, and may this be a good, prosperous year when you help a lot of people. Anything else we should know about?
So we are a woman-owned company, and we'll have probably next or by the end of the week 8 women and 2 men. One's very part-time. So and they love working with us females, and lucky them.
Lucky them, I'd say that. Thank you. So people should stop in just to meet all the really cool ladies, right?
Yes, the fun.
All right, the fun. All right. Stop by. It's a great place.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jebediah Calhoun. I'm here at the Oxford Village DDA. We're here to talk to Jessica Dickieson, get to know her a little bit, get to see what brought her here to Oxford, and talk to her a bit about what she plans to do for the DDA. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Jessica Dickieson. She is the new hire at the Oxford DDA. Hi, do you mind telling us a bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Jess Dickieson. I grew up in Chicago, but then I lived in LA for 15 years because my husband is in film and video, and he worked on, we worked out there. And then about 3 years ago, we moved to Oxford. Oxford was not where we were planning on moving. We just knew we were going to move back to Michigan to be closer to family.
Okay.
Yeah, but we ended up here, and we love it. So,
Right. Yeah. So, what brought you to the DDA then?
Honestly, it was more the, I have a background in events and admin and digital marketing. I worked for a large independent bookstore in Los Angeles for a while, and that's what I did. So when I saw an open position, it's like, oh, that fits.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, how do you like it so far here?
I'm really enjoying it. Kim, the executive director, is great. She's a great teacher. I'm learning a lot.
Awesome. Well, it's beautiful. Is there anything that you really like the DDA does here in Oxford?
I love that the DDA really helps to promote the businesses and work on, there's things that happen behind the scenes, like you see the business, but there's a lot of trainings that we present to the business owners so that they can learn more about their business. This morning we just had one on digital marketing, which was really good for them, I think.
Has there been any that has been like particularly challenging for you?
I think it's just a lot to take in because we are a government entity, but I'm excited about the year and about what we have coming up.
Yeah, right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you mind telling us a bit about what you personally hope to achieve here in the DDA?
I just would love there to be, I really want to promote what the DDA does to the community. So educating the community on what the DDA does, how we help businesses. We also throw really fun events, but I think that that's what the community sees mostly. And so trying to promote more of what we do on a day-to-day.
Yeah, perfect. Is there any events coming up that you might want to put out there to the people watching at home?
Right. Yes, and March 15th, we are having the St. Patty's Day pub crawl. So that's coming up soon. You can grab your tickets. Yeah, this should be a good time.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited to see what you do in our community, and I'm sure everyone at home watching is too. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, everyone, we got a couple very insightful answers from Jessica. We learned about her history in LA, of all places, what brought her down here to Michigan. I'm very excited to get to know her a little more as we work with the DDA in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'm Jebediah Calhoun. Have a great night.
Because people like you have said yes. Now I can play football.
And I can play catch.
And I can walk.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Well, good day. This is Chuck Cameron with a friend Jason Carter. Jason, greetings, my friend.
Nice to see you again, sir.
The program is Our Community Access, and today we are continuing focusing on members of our community's Chamber of Commerce and why they are a member and what the benefits they bring to the community and what that membership brings to them. So, Jason, first of all, it's always a pleasure again to see you. Jason and his team did some work at our home, so I'm particularly impressed with the quality of Jason Carter quality flooring. So I'm a biased interviewer today for the record.
Works for me.
Yep, I bet it does. So you've been involved in this community for a long time. Tell me about that. Yeah. How'd you get started?
Well, actually, our family moved here when I was 4. Went through the whole school system. Graduated here in Oxford in 2000. Got into the wood flooring business through a local neighbor, and just decided from there wanted to kind of do it myself.
And you're still at it.
Still at it. 19 years. Next year will be our 20.
And you've got a pretty good crew?
Yep. Yeah, we have 8 people on staff right now, so I'm staying pretty good and pretty busy. So,
you talked to me about how your team has to get, or you choose to get them certified for different skills and talents. What does a hardwood floor guy do that needs certification? What certifications do they have? And what should our viewers care about whether or not your folks are certified for certain skills?
Yep. So the basic certifications that we have, we're part of the BONA Certified Craftsman Program. Most people know them with the floor cleaners that you can find at the box stores. Yep. And they offer a special training program for our team, and it's actually invite-only certification. So they actually came to us about a decade ago and said, hey, you want to join our team? So there's only about 12 companies in the entire state that actually have this certification available. So that's really good for our team. Also, we are members of the National Wood Flooring Association, so they have a little bit more stringent certification process for just installing, just sanding, and a few other little ones. So we just had them out 2 weeks ago to do some certifications for our newer members. So with that, I believe we're up to 15 to 17 certifications for the entire company. And why that's important is the majority of companies in my industry, the bar to enter the industry is very low. It's not like an electrician or plumber where you have to have a license, you need all these certifications. So basically we're competing with a lot of companies that don't have this formal training. They're just doing the same thing that their boss taught them 20 years ago, and then they decided to start their own thing. So their head is so in the game that they can't take a step back to learn any new techniques, learn about the new finishes, the healthier finishes, the more durable ways to do things. So that allows me to gather those resources for my team and be able to distribute it to them while they're in the field. So that's one thing that we really hold over a lot of our competition, is not just my training, but formal training from industry leaders from out of state.
Got it. So our folks would get high quality performance in a project that is done well.
In a timely manner, when we say we're going to get it done. The right equipment, the best vacuum systems, because nobody wants to clean up the dust after us.
Nobody does.
Nope, and I'm sure you can contend, we do pretty good with that. So
do
with our
very
dust
well.
containment system. So all that type of stuff, the technology, it's not just about, hey, this is how you sand a floor. It's about what's next, what's the newest thing, what's the newest, healthiest stain, things like that. That's what those certifications are teaching us, the new stuff, not just, hey, here's how you sand the floor. That's the easy stuff.
Now, I see you at the ribbon cuttings for the chamber, and I see you around town a bunch, and that's always a pleasant thing because it's a good memory.
Yeah.
Why are you involved with the Chamber of Commerce? Mm-hmm. And what does that involvement do for your company and for your operation?
Yeah, so I started to get involved actually right before COVID. I joined the Oxford Power Networking Group, they call it, and it's basically a group of local businesses that are chamber members. And we just every 2 to 3 weeks, we basically, hey, here's what we're all about. So we're basically educating our colleagues on what our business is. So we're basically expanding our sales force. It's not just me going out and trying to sell the floors. I now have everybody in the group that if anybody ever asks them or talks to them about floors, they've already spent a couple of years with me. We've talked, they know I'm, a no BS guy, and my company isn't either. And, we've talked about, hey, I had a problem on this job, but hey, we took care of it. So they know that, if there's a mistake, we take care of it, because that's the measure of a good company. So just building that trust with the local, business owners is invaluable. Also, just the mentorship, having different companies of different ages, maybe it's not in the same industry, but hey, I've got a problem with this, or how do you find somebody to hire, So just having that wealth of information is really crucial.
So, it sounds like being a part of the Chamber of Commerce doesn't only get you new leads, but gets you connections with the industry. Do you think you've picked up jobs because of your connection with fellow Chamber of Commerce members?
Definitely so. We have definitely picked up some projects, from other chamber members and also the networking group. The one thing with hardwood floors is you have to find the right person that's at the right time in their life, the right part of their flooring life to actually do the job. So it's not something that I'm going to get a job every single month from somebody, but it's a really good connection to have. And
well, I understand our Chamber of Commerce leader is now a grandma.
Yes.
Amy's grandma.
Yep.
So that's a good thing. So she'll be smiling even more than she normally does.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's good to have you as a part of our community. As I said, they did a good work for us. It's good to know that things are good and strong for your team. You said that January is a bit slow before hopefully spring picks up. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much all construction right after Christmas time hits, and everybody spends money and they're waiting for tax returns. So it's kind of the slower season. We still stay busy, a lot of smaller projects. Once everybody can open up the windows, that's when we're doing the whole houses and the full remods that the builders are putting out and stuff like that.
Would it still be to their benefit to call you and say, can you come out and give us an idea, because maybe we're going to do this in the spring or summer? Would that be a good idea?
Definitely, because again, once basically everybody's tax returns start coming in, our phone rings off the hook. We could be booked 2 to 3 months out up until Christmas. So definitely, make the calls now. Also, just doing the spring cleanings. We also have a commercial cleaning machine that scrubs the floor. We use a couple different chemicals, so that's also good to keep in mind too. Is when you're getting ready to do your own spring cleaning, don't worry about doing the Bona mop yourself. Bring us in once every couple years, and we can really get that floor to sparkle.
Clean it up good. Yep. All right. Well, that's great. We continue to wish you good success in town.
Thank you, sir.
So from Jason, this is Chuck saying, we hope you have an excellent day. Use the connections you all have with Chamber of Commerce membership, because these are good tradespeople and good businesses that do a fine job in our community and really provide good service locally. So until next time, you have a good day. Thank you.
Every year, distracted drivers are responsible for nearly 2.5 million car crashes. The National Safety Council reports cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes. The NSC reports 1 out of every 4 car accidents in the United States is caused by texting and driving. Texting or reading text takes your eyes off the road for at least 5 seconds.
How you doing, man?
So if you were traveling at 55 miles per hour, you're essentially driving the length of an entire football field blindfolded. Once a driver has been distracted, it takes only 3 seconds for a car crash to occur.
Just think, what if we didn't have local TV and radio? Where would I go for local sports, local politics, a mayor, city council, stuff that affects me every day? How about health? Who's covering things that endanger my family? I need to know now, as it happens, from sources I trust, people in my community. No agenda, no bias like you find on cable and social media, just facts. For news I can trust, I stay local. Support your local station. Text TV to 52886 today.
Welcome to Oxford Community Television. We are proud that our 4 communities continue to choose local programming, local news, sports, community issues, familiar faces, celebrations, and commitment to each other. Welcome to Oxford Community Television.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Oxford DDA, and I'd love to share with you some of the things that we did in 2024. Last year, we saw our downtown thrive like never before. From the success of our local businesses to record-breaking attendance at community events, 2024 was a year to remember. With several new businesses opening their doors, downtown Oxford continues to be a hub for entrepreneurship and innovation. Our Shop Local initiatives boosted economic activity, creating a stronger and more resilient business district. Our signature events like the summer concerts, Scarecrow Fest, Witches Night, and Soup and Sweet Stroll brought families and visitors together, showcasing the charm and energy of our town. Beyond events and businesses, we made improvements to our infrastructure. With upgraded and activated community spaces and expanded outdoor seating, we've made downtown more inviting for everyone. We kicked off a very fun podcast, and we received several awards throughout 2024 that we will be implementing into 2025. As we look ahead to 2025, our vision is clear: to build on our momentum and continue shaping a downtown that is vibrant, inclusive, and full of opportunity. Key areas of focus include more capital improvement projects, organizational sustainability, including capacity and volunteerism, and business development. With your continued support, we will make downtown Oxford an even better place to live, work, and visit. Here's to an incredible 2025. We love you, Oxford, and let's stay strong.